Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sage. This is episode 25 of our ongoing continual series where we talk about talents. And today we're going to talk about Unholy Pact. So, Unholy Pact at level 5, you will increase your attack by 70%, but also increase your damage received by 20%. Level 6, increase your attack by 85%, and also increase your damage received by 20%. Level 7, increase your attack by 110%. And also increase your damage by 20%. And level 8, you're going to increase your attack by 150%, but also increase the damage received by 20%. So Unholy Pact will buff up your hero's basic attack and proc attack by huge numbers. However, there's a price to pay, and that is that your hero, as a result, will have increased damage done to him. 20% more damage will be done to him by towers, by other heroes, by bomb traps or hero traps, or whatever you can imagine. Whenever your hero gets hit, it's going to receive 20% more damage from that hit. This is the first talent that IGG has released that actually has a negative influence on your heroes. Okay, so just looking at the attack damage. The increase in attack damage you get over the other talents that have increased in attack damage like War God and Bulwark and Feint is just insane. As my boy Drago ZK would say, it's insane. At level 7, you're blowing everything out the water. There's nothing that comes close. And level 8 is just ridiculous. It's recalculous. It's just insane in the membrane at level 8. 150% attack damage. Keep in mind, 150% attack damage is the same as a critical hit. Critical hits deliver 1.5 times as much damage or 150% more damage. That means that every single attack you do, every single proc you give will be like delivering a critical hit. Not only that, but if you have crit traits on your heroes and you do deliver a critical hit, then you're going to increase your attack by 300%. 300% if you score a critical hit on top of a level 8 Unholy Pact talent. Insane. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true, which means that you need to be very careful. Because when it's too good to be true, there's something wrong. Remember, this talent will not give you an advantage over goblins, demons, archdemons, fixed damaged heroes like Levanica and Dovekeeper. It just simply will not go above that damage cap that these enemies have. Remember, this talent will also make you very vulnerable to Flame Guard teams, Blade Shell teams, heroes that have deflection in their skill like Michael or Sura. You simply will be committing suicide when you go against these type of teams. So there are some negatives. Let's look at an example of this in action. We're going to go to Expert Dungeon 810, which used to be kind of a hard dungeon. We're going to drop our Anubis right here, and you're going to see that even though he's going to melt away the heroes really fast, he's going to be taking a lot of damage just from those towers and those little bombs. And he'll probably be dead before he even gets close to these guys. So you can see the power of the proc right there. That crit hit just took almost all the health of these centaurs. And we're stuck right now. I do have Iron Will on him so that when he comes back to life, he'll be able to survive. So you see right there, everything's dead, and it's that easy. He just killed every single hero on the map, and now he just got to get through the rest of this. So I think everyone agrees that this is a very powerful talent. But how do you combat the negative aspect of this talent, the 20% increase in damage that you're going to take while having this talent on your hero? Well, one way, just like that example I just showed, one way is simply to put it on a global proc hero, like Anubis or Minotaur. These heroes, they proc from far away from the danger of the inside of the base, and they do massive damage over the entire map. And because they're far away from the dangers of the heroes at the center of the map, then they don't have to worry about that 20% increase in damage taken because they're not going to be close enough to receive much damage. This philosophy also works well with snipers like Spirit Mage or like my man Grizzly Reaper. You can drop these snipers far away from the center of the base and they'll continuously proc on buildings and they'll destroy everything inside the base without getting hurt themselves. And speaking of Grizzly Reaper, you can place this on very fast attack speed heroes like Grizzly Reaper. Like Phantom King, these heroes, they have high DPS because they are striking you fast, and with that attack bonus, they're going to just decimate and shred apart the enemy. Remember what Muhammad Ali said, you can't hit what you can't see. If you're fast and you're strong and you're hitting them from the outside, then they won't even see it coming. They'll be dead before you even get close. But you don't have to just go for global proc or sniper heroes. You can actually place this talent on any hero and not have to worry about the 20% more damage simply by putting Sacred Light, Flame Guard, or Stone Skin Crest on that hero or insignia. Any of those three crest or talents, level 5 or above, will easily cover that 20% increase in damage that you receive. It will overlap it, it will cover it, and you won't feel the effects of it. If you don't want to go with those crest or insignias on your hero, you can still enjoy the full benefits of this talent simply by putting it on a damage capped hero like Mectessa, Skull Knight, Levanica, or of course the Queen Dove Keeper. All of these heroes are damage capped heroes and you can't go above their damage cap. So you can say they receive 20% more damage, whatever. It's not going to go above the damage cap that they already have set. They'll be slightly vulnerable during their cooldown period, but thankfully most of these heroes have short cooldowns and long procs, so you probably don't have to worry about them dying for those 2 seconds that they're vulnerable. In my opinion, damage cap heroes will be the safest bet for placing this talent on, since you don't have to worry about that 20% at all, and you don't have to change crest or do anything wazoo. Remember, with Flame Guard on a damage capped hero, you're going to be lowering that damage cap. You're going to be covering that time between the proc and the cooldown where they're most vulnerable when they're not on their damage cap, so that'll be covered. And you'll also be deflecting damage back to the enemy, giving you 2 attacks. So putting Unholy Pact on a damage capped hero with Flame Guard crest and you got a triple attack, there's no way you can be defeated. So there are many ways to get around that negative 20% increase in damage that this talent is going to give you. You can get around that, so don't even worry about it. In fact, not only can you get around it, but you can also use it to your advantage. For example, Michael can deflect more damage on top of his 75% damage from his proc. He can actually deflect more damage if he has Unholy Pact on him. Michael and Asura, they're going to deflect the total amount of damage that they take. Because Unholy Pact causes them to take more damage, guess what? They're going to deflect more damage. The only thing about Asura and Michael though specifically is that Flame Guard won't work on them. Only Sacred Light and Stone Skin will work on them, and that'll kind of nullify the incoming damage that you deflect. However, if you want to take a chance and you want to receive more damage so you can deflect more damage, and you also of course have the you're going to be dishing out more damage, then you can go ahead and put Unholy Pact on those heroes. So that's it for this video. Unholy Pact is the strongest, deadliest talent that we currently have in this game. It's going to raise your attack by an extraordinary amount, easily outpacing War God or Iron Will or any other attack talent. Just going to give you a couple of negatives to deal with, like facing blade shell or flame guard teams, which you got to be smart about that. And also, of course, the 20% increase in damage that you could take, but you can easily get around that. So you have to ask yourself, does the good outweigh the bad? And I tell you, I think it does. I think it does because this is just an awesome talent and it's unlike any other talent out there. And you'll be a fool not to put it on your, especially AoE heroes, your global proc heroes. Um, if they're far away from the base and they're killing it, then they're going to destroy everything before they even enter the base. So it's a no-brainer. I like this talent. I think it's one of the best talents out there. I'm going to try to collect as many as I can. I don't care what new talents they have that come out. It's not going to compare to an 150% increase in attack. So this, for me, is one of those premier, top tier, top five talents, and I highly recommend it. All the testing, everything I've done is nothing but positive. So go ahead and check it out. If you can get it and you're lucky enough to get it, put on your heroes. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you in the next video coming out soon. Peace.